Hey, hi, howdy, and hello friends, it's Wickedy here, talking about how to get some crazy easy money in your first season of Stardew Valley with little effort and low startup costs. I made 30,000 gold by the 15th day of spring with this, and it's scalable too. So let's get into it. Okay, so I've touched on the topic of seasonal seeds a bit in my 23 tips and tricks video, but felt that there was more potential that needed to be looked into, and I was right. Selling the seeds nearly always makes a better profit than selling the forageables outright, but the real early game insane profit making comes into play with our hidden little green cash cow. Yeah, I'm talking about tea saplings, but not in the way that you would think. What's great is that they aren't even that hard to unlock either. All you gotta do is friend up the local landlocked mermaid, Caroline. Or maybe your hair is green because she's just been drinking too much of the wizard's funky tea. Anyways, get Caroline up to 2 hearts and head to her back room to be able to get these unlocked. She is actually pretty easy to friend up a bit in the first spring, especially if you give her gold star daffodils or vegetables. Those will boost her up much faster than the regular ones. So because I talked to her every day that I could, the earliest I was able to have her at 2 hearts was the 14th of spring, which is really the soonest that you can be with her, unless you find a loved gift from the traveling merchant, or in a trash can, or she puts something up on the request board. You get the letter with the recipe in the mail the next day. Tea saplings will take 5 fiber and 5 wood, as well as 2 seasonal seeds each to craft. You can plant these to grow into tea bushes and make tea after 3 hours in a keg, or pickles, which also sell for a good amount themselves. If you have the space for them and remember to harvest them every day in the last week of a season, these are easy money with no energy needed to maintain them. But I want to be able to bring in a lot of gold right away and use my farm space for other things. So let's sell them all. Nope, nothing shady going on here. These are tea, I swear. You can toss these right into the shipping bin or sell them to Pierre for 500 gold apiece. Now, I'm gonna get a little mathy on you. Selling tea saplings that you aren't planning on planting, as long as you haven't bought any of the ingredients, will always be profitable. Yes, even more profitable than selling the winter forageables outright. Let's start with spring seeds, for example. With 10 spring seeds, 25 fiber, and 25 wood, we can make 5 tea saplings to sell for 500 gold each. If we had sold the seeds in fiber and wood, we would have only gotten 425 gold. And selling 5 saplings instead goes for 2,500 gold. That's a profit of 2,075 gold. It's even worth it to do this with the iridium quality spring forageables too. Okay, so here's where the numbers get fun and a little bit crazy. Selling winter forageables at iridium instead of making them into seeds will give you a max of 772 gold. Turn those into seeds instead and add the wood and fiber, and that comes to an 847 gold that we could have made. Making it into 5 tea saplings will give you a profit of 1,653 gold. Okay, cool, so let's say you were going to turn that crystal fruit into some jelly. That will sell with the artisan profession up to 490 gold. If we add that adjustment to our potential gold, making it 1,037 instead of 847, tea saplings still win by 1,463 gold. Now, maybe you wanted to turn it into wine instead and age it in your cellar. An iridium crystal fruit wine with artisan sells for 1,060 gold, making our gold potential 1,807 for all the ingredients. 5 tea saplings still come out on top with 693 gold difference, and you don't even have to age it. Craziness. Now, let's look at how much this can make us. So, I leveled up in foraging on my first night in spring, found enough forageables on day 1 and 2 to make 30 seeds, and planted them so that they'll be ready on the 9th. I got my 30 free from the community center on the 6th of spring, and planted those too. I got Caroline to 2 hearts on Sunday the 14th and started producing tea saplings on the 15th day. I was able to make more seed packets as I found more forageables as well, especially due to the fact that I chose the forest farm for my layout. From my first planting, I got 50 new seeds, and the free 30 from the community center also became 50 seeds, and after replanting and crafting more for my extras, I had 120 to make it to saplings, giving me 60 saplings crafted on the 15th day, which sold for 30,000 gold. I was able to buy so many things. I got the backpack fully upgraded on the 16th, got Robin to get my silo started, and have money ready for buildings and other buildings and tool upgrades, as well as some to splurge on things I normally don't buy for a while because I'm stingy and normally still very broke by this time. Now, I'm sure I could have had more if I had planted all of the seeds, but I also wanted to use my energy on farming and mining too because I didn't have sprinklers yet. By the end of the spring season, I had leveled up enough in foraging to get Gatherer for the occasional double harvest, collected enough wood and fiber too, and made 260 more seeds to make 60,000 gold just from tea saplings. In the end, selling tea sapling earned me a total of 90,000 in the spring. Not bad for the first season if you ask me. I was able to start summer off really nice with plenty of seeds and getting everything upgraded, lots of money to splurge at the traveling merchant and at the saloon for food. And you can scale this up and keep using the sapling method with the later seasonal seeds if you want to too, especially with those free ones that you get at the community center. In the summer, with the 30 free seeds I got and any other forageables I found lying around, I made 160 summer seeds on the 8th. I replanted some and had enough left over to make 68 saplings for 34,000 gold. I kept replanting and making more seeds from my small patch of 64 summer seeds and ended up with way more summer seeds than I had the fiber and wood for. I was still able to make a couple more batches of tea saplings, 115 and then 155 on the last day, making my summer tea total 169,000 gold. I'll save the rest of these seeds for when I actually have more materials. So an even better and more passive method of getting seeds for building your tea sapling empire is choosing the mushroom cave as your option when Demetrius comes a knockin'. If you sold your first batch of tea saplings like I did, you'll get this in the spring. You can start collecting mushrooms, and though it may be tempting to sell these or use them as your main source of food in the mines, just stock up on your common mushrooms until you get a seed maker. At level 9 of farming, you can unlock the seed maker or get it from a treasure room or the dye bundle and turn all of your mushrooms into fall seeds. Each mushroom can give you 1 to 3 fall seeds, making it so that just 1 to 2 mushrooms can become an entire tea sapling. It's an amazing source of seasonal seeds that doesn't take up farm space or energy to keep them watered. Now I've stocked up on the mushrooms here for 32 days until I got the seed maker unlocked, and have turned them all into seeds, which gave me 232 seeds. Now I just need 580 fiber and wood, and that will make 116 saplings, which will be sold for 58,000 gold. Not bad at all. All of the seasonal seeds are super easy to get and make as you level up in foraging and complete bundles. The only real holdups are going to be getting enough fiber and wood to supply your demand. I got really lucky on this farm and got Linus's special order request early so that I can make a ton of fiber whenever I need it, as long as I have the clay to make it. But earlier on, you can easily farm mine levels to gather fiber as well. I usually hit level 25 or 81 over and over. There are a lot of other good levels for fiber too, but those are my favorites. And if you leave a few weeds on your farm or around, they will spread to give you more fiber, so don't cut them all yet. You can also trade 5 stone for 1 fiber at the Desert Trader on Tuesdays if you have the extra stone. For wood, I planted a ton of trees on my farm as I got the seeds and at the railroad. When I have extra fiber, tree fertilizer will go on these. And I'll move on to chipping down hardwood and driftwood once winter rolls around. Now, this method can be quite lucrative with seasonal seeds in the winter, especially if you already have the sprinklers and can't really grow anything else in the space anyways. Making more seasonal seeds from the winter roots you find in the mines will help you get a good amount in the beginning, and growing them in your greenhouse to turn into seeds if you unlock it in the fall will get you off on the right foot. I like to spend the first day of winter searching for a winter forage to either get my 30 free seeds or make into seed packets for the farm. My first winter doing this, I sold 1,208 saplings. Could have been a ton more if I had more wood and fiber. Anyways, those still sold for 604,000 gold. And throughout the entire year, I sold 2,184 tea saplings for a profit of 1,092,000 gold, just from tea saplings. Okay, now I am not saying that this is the best method to make money in Stardew Valley, but it is pretty insane for not having to spend any money up front and can be a great added side hustle or an amazing early cash flow. All it takes is a bit of cozying up to Caroline and a bit of elbow grease getting all these watered and resources gathered, and you'll be rolling in tea sapling money. Well, friends, let me know if you're going to try this out. I'm excited to see if it helps you get a better start to a new farm and getting all your upgrades faster. Oh, and be sure to let me know down in the comments why you think Caroline has green hair. I'm going with my mermaid theory. Alright friends, I'm Wickedy. Thank you so much for hanging out in the valley with me, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!